The manufacturer's war rages on, and in this video we explore the GSXR1000 versus the Kawasaki ZX10R. Which side are you on?
But I've always preferred Suzuki over Kawasaki.
We've got insight from the experts.
Suzuki product is just, in my opinion, it's just so much easier to work on.
Settle in for the debate and let us know your thoughts in the comments.
All right, sport bike fans, let's settle this. Which is the better motorcycle? The GSXR1000 or the Kawasaki ZX10R? We want your opinion, but let's weigh in with some experts here at Knoxville Dragway.
The GSXR1000 claims slightly less horsepower than the ZX10 from the factory. But that doesn't take into account what you can do with aftermarket parts. Also, the GSXR1000 is a little bit less expensive, both bikes coming in around $16,000. There's Brock's exhaust. Stay with us in this video. At the end, we're going to give you a special code to save money at Brock's Performance. But first, let's catch up with Brian Dale, who races in the brand new HTP Superstock category.
Beautiful GSXR 1000 setup for HTP Superstock, one of the categories that we run at the SDBA. Brian Dale, how the heck are you?
Great, Jack. How are you?
I'm loving it. I'm happy that I'm standing next to your ultra powerful Gixxer. Tell me about it. What do you have done?
I think it's probably got most of the Superstock, mods. I don't have a blip shifter, so I'm foot shifting. We're running MR12. It's been lowered. The forks have been cut. And a different gear ratio. It's got a rapid bike system on it, and we elected to go with that instead of the Power Commander. And the Brock's Performance CT.
See that?
Right. Let's check out Brian in action on this stock wheelbase missile. 615, 125 miles an hour.
So Brian, if you could, take me through your routine and what it's like to launch this thing. I know it takes an awful lot of finesse.
Yeah, so my routine's not a whole lot different than the bracket bike. I will say, as a new rider to stock wheelbase riding, that's a challenge all by itself. So you're learning the bike, you're learning how far. Every rider's got their preference. Some of them go full throttle on the launch and make adjustments in the computer, or you can do half and half, or you can go 80%. Or there's a lot of different ways to try to ride this thing. And as long as you're using OEM parts, you can make changes to your clutches too.
Early in the SDBA season, the GSXR has emerged as the dominant and preferred motorcycle over the ZX10R.
So for me, honestly, I just don't have enough seat time. So, I'm running like 6.0s and 8, and I haven't had a good quarter-mile test pass. I only went and made a couple of passes there in Darlington. So it's a challenge, but it's fun. And, for a short guy like me, I can actually sit flat-footed and even drag my feet, on the launch. So I've really been enjoying the class, and it's been fun learning so far.
As you can see, it doesn't take much to wheelie, as the power to weight ratio is simply off the charts for these 1000s.
Here's the most pressing question. Why a GSXR and not a ZX10R?
Well, the answer to that question is pretty simple. The first bike I ever owned was a GSXR. So, it just so happened that Suzuki's also the most common drag bike, and there's more. To me, it just seems like there's more availabilities, more parts, and they're just more common. And honestly, I should be on a bigger bike because I fit the weight requirements to have the 2-inch ground clearance on a big bore bike. So that's something I've been thinking about here lately. But I've always preferred Suzuki over Kawasaki. If I tried my hand on a 14 though, it might change my mind.
Well, there's no changing the mind of BJ Pryor and also Patrick Cooper, who already has an SDBA Superstock win under his belt this year. Let's catch up with him.
If you want a picture of your bike on a t-shirt or a coffee mug or a beer coupe,
Patrick, absolutely beautiful GSXR1000 here. Tell me what you have done to it.
Does it all right here in house.
It's basically it's what I call blocked out.
Also, keep in mind,
Flash
next
by
weekend,
Brock,
Tommy and you got $5,000
pipe by Brock, backdated
Following
Flash
weekend,
by
the Outlaw Society.
Brock lowering.
Lots of great racing coming here to the non-progressive.
Just everything is wrong.
These guys work.
Pat's one of the top riders in the category. He's been able to dip into the fives with regularity.
Describe what it's like to make a pass on this thing. I know it takes a lot of talent to get it down the racetrack.
Well, if you remember in the first interview when I first came back after 10 years, I mean, I think I ran like a 6:20 or something like that.
Fast
And I
track.
said, it'll come, and I knew it would. It's just a matter of time. But I mean, the bikes are a handful. Short wheelbase. I mean, I love it. It's challenging. I mean, just
hard, doing a
to
great
harness that
job.
much horsepower.
Fun
And
program,
you know,
lots
a
of
short
bikes out
wheelbase
here.
bike
Wanna thank all the bikes for
is
coming out and
pretty
supporting
intriguing
these
to
guys.
me. It
Couple
always
more
has
races
been. I've
left in
always
the
loved
series.
this class.
So it's gonna be fun.
This powerful machine wants to wheelie at the top of every gear.
So basically, I mean, it's a handful. It takes a lot of practice, a lot of muscle memory. I mean, you have to ride the bike consistently to understand what the bike likes as far as the clutch and where it likes to leave that. I got 3 different riding styles on this bike. It just depends on who's in the next lane. Believe it or not, if you watch me long enough, you'll see where I'll change up different things as far as my leave and, you know, so on and so forth.
So much skill and finesse comes into play here.
Here's a big question for you. Why a GSXR and not a ZX10?
Well, I mean, I was born on one of these. The Suzuki product is just, it's, you know, in my opinion, it's just so much easier to work on, to take apart opposed to the other brand we just mentioned. Not to take anything away from it, it's just, this is what I prefer. It's easier to work on. There's huge aftermarket part for it. I mean, just as the other brand, but it's all preference. It's Ford, Chevy. I mean, it's that game.
How about heads up right now, which manufacturer do you feel like has the advantage?
I mean, I think Suzuki has the advantage overall. I mean, it's just, with the variable valve timing on this thing, it's a phenomenal built bike, period.
So if someone was coming up to you and they're saying, hey, I'm going to my dealership, I'm either getting a 1000 or a ZX10, what would you tell them?
Well, I would tell them, I mean, to choose wisely. Look at each one, look at the aftermarket platform, look who's going fast, look who has all the products, which Brock does. Brock has products for just about every line of motorcycle out, just about. So I would advise them to go there. But my preference, and I would probably lean them towards the Suzuki.
Pat and Brian say go Suzuki. What say you? Let us know in the comments. We've got more action coming up.
Key points why you think the Suzuki's better than the Kawasaki.
I mean, how much time you got? I mean, it's just, it's my, I mean, I don't know where to start. I mean, it's just, I mean, I just love the bike. I mean, I just love the bike.
Give me the real deal, unfiltered. Why is Suzuki better? You're allowed to have an opinion.
They're easy to work on. They're easy to work on, and they make great power, especially with Brock's performance products.
Better power than the ZX10, you think?
Absolutely.
On a whole shot.
And he was 17 numbers behind him. Oh,
Wow. Anything can happen
that's right.
in the SDBA.
Look at your mile an hour in the left lane. 130.
All right, last thing, we did a video with a gentleman who said the ZX10R will smoke the GSXR1000. How would you respond to him?
He's a lie and the devil is his advocate. So that's where that's at with that.
Very good stuff.
Hey, I want to see Keith Dennis out here.
Yeah.
I owe him something from Indy and from 2009, I think.
Yeah.
We were in the finals. He treated me. I ET'd him, but he treated me. I need to see the sheriff.
There you go.
I need to see him.
A lot of interesting points, and a lot of it comes down to personal preference, but Pat continually stated how much easier he feels the GSXR 1000 is to work on vis-a-vis the Kawasaki, and this is something we've heard about the Busa versus the ZX14 as well.
Great trick here to cool things down in between rounds. Take the cap off, come over here, engage the clutch. It'll help things cool down.
There's a top secret trick for you that the top racers are using. There you go. You can use that one even in street ET when you got to hot lap it. Beautiful national anthem as all of our fans and friends enduring the heat here in Knoxville, Tennessee. Let's see what these GSXR 1000s can do in 106 degrees with high humidity. When you don't have any power adders, you're going to be at the mercy of the weather. Great job by Pat. If this looks like fun, get yourself a new 1000 and come out and try the HTP Superstock category.
Thank you everybody for subscribing to Cycle Drag on YouTube. Thank you for the likes, the shares, the comments, and thank you for also liking CycleDrag.com on Facebook. Share it with your friends. If you keep it growing, we're gonna keep bringing you awesome stuff like this. Thanks a lot. Ladies and gentlemen, the legend is here. How are you doing, sir?
I'm cycle dragging. That's what I'm doing. Cycle dragging forever and ever and ever.
You are the man. Sweep the leg, right?
Sweep the leg, no mercy, and cycle dragging.
Hey, Cycle Drag, you know we got your back. Come here for a second. Check this out. Brock's Performance Exhaust. Well, right now, if you go down below in the description, you will find a special link to save you money at Brock's Performance. Make sure you check it out. The link is down below. You can get your exhaust pipe and so much more.
Get yourself a new 1000, go stop at Brock's, get yourself an exhaust system and the entire Brock's One kit. You will be happy. We love it. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, make sure you leave us your thoughts. And you know, if there's anything fast motorcycles involved, especially a manufacturer's 1000 war, we're in. Cycle Drag rolls on. And Kawasaki fans, make sure to check out our interview with David on why he feels the ZX10R is the better bike.